Alright guys, so welcome to another video here on the podcast. It's your boy Brown DC, you already know what it is. Well, so the reason why this time I'm gonna be doing it a bit different, and I'm in a different trade hub right now. I'm in the FU trade hub, but just made an update. This one here is that today we're doing another career recap, and this one's like unlike anyone different. Other, you guys have known that I've pretty much reviewed Death ATL, Mallory Rose, that stuff. This time, we're going a little bit all or nothing here, but I did go ahead and I did announce this, and they did go ahead and there's not gonna be there's not really much of a fan group of be like, oh, all right, I won't be doing this. Isn't for me. This is some serious shit. So if you don't like this video, stop watching it, because honestly, I literally went ahead and I had to do math just to go ahead and figure out some shit. So, it was long addition. So, like, literally adding numbers up multiple stuff, which is even though I'm a master at it, that shit takes a lot of time. So, either way. So today's video, we're gonna be going ahead and talking about a Hall of Fame wide receiver in AFL. That's actually has been one of the more productive receivers. Like, as of sometime in season 8, the man was literally the all-time receiving yards leader, and probably still is. I'm not sure. I haven't really punched in the numbers yet, but he's one of the first receivers this season, I think. That's what I'm saying, I think. But either way, this man basically, you can pretty much talk about him very well. And that's basically, I'm talking about Cactus Jack Eddy. So, we're basically gonna start pretty much how his career is gonna start there. So, either way, it took me some long time to have these facts out here, but, well, yeah. So, either way, Cactus Jack Eddy basically started his AFL career back when AFL first started. This is basically back in AFL Season 1. So he's an original dude. This man basically is just original to what he does. And of course, you gotta have some respect for that. The man's basically a long-time vet. He's basically a veteran. So either way, Eddy pretty much in his first season in the league. I was able. I'm gonna tell you this though. I was able to go and get stats. I didn't see what team he was on, but hearing that stuff. So these were part of the first 2 seasons. So honestly, that's a stinker. R.I.P. that fact. But in his first season, like in season 1, he had 28 catches for 541 yards and 10 touchdowns. Now, if you go ahead and look at this, when you look at it, you just really just see, okay, that's just normal things today. Well, it is if it was today in modern AFL. But it feels like back then, you already know, sometimes that back then is kind of a big deal. So, you gotta have some respect for that. But then I'm also going to go ahead and gladly mention pretty much when he did go ahead and pretty much had started off. He did fall off in season 2 a bit. And he only had 16 catches for 335 yards and 7 touchdowns. So, overall, when you think about it, that's pretty much some good, respectable numbers. And then, of course, came season 3. I mean, this is, of course, a 3rd season league, and also that was the start of we all know when Def ATL first started playing in the league. And Eddy at the time, he pretty much had a respectable amount of yards in that season. I mean, it was 300. I mean, it was 556. Honestly, the league really did go ahead and sleep on it because the man was basically had a Heisman type year. And well, I'm gonna tell you this though. He had 24 catches, having those 556 yards. Yeah, Eddy did pretty fine in that season. Now I did go ahead and try looking that up, like what team he was on. Sadly, I couldn't really find anything, so he kind of went ahead and takes home an easy W in that department. RIP in the chat for me. But season 4 was once again was a fallback year for so many reasons, and for him, he basically just pretty much showed that he was pretty much a good receiver that season. As he pretty much went ahead and had 392 yards, which was statistically kind of respectable. I can tell you that. And I went ahead and I looked at the stat line. I went and actually did find a match, and it was baptized, so his name was baptized then. And well, yeah. So I think there may have been miscalculation. There could have been he could have 566 yards. I'm not sure. But either way, he has a good, okay season. Season 5. I mean, season 4. Season 5, however, the man starts to ball out and starts to become freaking Cactus Jack. Hey, the man we all know today. The man that can make 200 IQ catches and be just an ordinary average guy. Literally, that season, he had 39 catches, 814 yards, and 7 touchdowns, while going ahead and in that season, pretty much playing for the Falcons. Now, I do want to let you know that in season 4, he did play for the Texans, and then in season 3, the man went ahead and he played for the, well, I'm having a bit of a brain fart. It was, now I do remember it. Yeah. Man went ahead and he played for the Falcons. So that's for the heads up. Season 5, he's back on the Falcons, and well, yeah, we see him pretty much get back to that work mentality, and well, yeah. And well, the dude basically still went ahead and showed domination. I mean, season 4 was when he got his first All Pro award, which was a very high award. Then he was named to in season 5 while becoming an All Pro once again. He also got named to his first Pro Bowl for the NFC. Now that's dangerous. Now we go now to season 6. He teams up with Def ATL and a whole lot of guys. And the man basically just, I don't want to say basically just destroyed the league, but like they just really went ahead and just wrecked the league. It was basically one of the highest profile offenses, as you had, like, on one side you have basically Def and a good team, against pretty much a whole, like, this is basically kind of like a whole lot of others. And man, the man basically was expected to do this far because, like I said, it's Def. He's with Def ATL, and of course, Def has a good season, slinging it for like over 5,000 yards. But that's not to mention that this offense that featured him in his pretty much mouth-watering excitement, 941 yards. Also, you went ahead and changed his name to Southside. He was basically a part of a Rams offense that had the Eastbrook and True Raptor Claus, a whole lot of good guys. And Gers was on the team, Zoms, a whole lot of good players, and needless to say, they did not disappoint. In the end, they took on the Bills in the Super Bowl, and that's when we, of course, went ahead and saw the Super Bowl matchup that we all didn't at least expect. It was the Rams taking on the Bills. The Bills had Sarf, they had Spectre, they had Etzo 12, believe it or not. But then the Rams basically went ahead and just fought start from finish, and they fought their way to a bitter, easy W win. And I personally think, which pretty much gave Eddy pretty much his first and currently only ring. And that season he also got named to the Pro Bowl, and got named an All Pro again. So that basically leaves an arc there. All right, so now we go on to season 7. Now this is Now we're in different situations. You already know how things are gonna be. Now the offense he has this time, he's on a team, and this time it's pretty much him who had his first 1,000-yard receiving season and went ahead with 1,155. He's on the Ravens. With him, it was also Photon and all that stuff. Either way, they had a quarterback issue that year, but let's just say Def ATL was also their quarterback, so you gotta give him some love there. So the man basically went ahead and just pretty much dominated. The man's basically, when you enter the season, you have a Hall of Fame thing and a whole lot of shit. You basically know what the fuck you can do, what the fuck you are meant to do, and what the fuck you need to do. I mean, listen, the Ravens went ahead and had a bit of did make the playoffs that season. Well, yeah. But ultimately, he didn't go back to back, as we saw the Texans take on the 49ers, which was Reese versus Tyler, and then y'all know what happened. Reese basically went ahead and just ate Tyler's ring and made his own. Special RIP in the chat for Tyler, though. Season 8, though. This is where the title looks to be changed. He is now pretty much a dude that pretty much works with So now you basically enter a season. Now he's on an offense. Now he's with the Seahawks. Now we see and now he's basically teamed up with Kyretra. Kyretra has a good season. That season, once again, he makes another Super Bowl run. This time, it's a surefire Super Bowl thing, as he pretty much has a good offense. They have one of the best offenses. They have a good team. Basically, they were projected to be a possible Super Bowl contender, and they made it to the Super Bowl. But of course, they had to take on the Chargers, and the Chargers didn't make things easy for them. And honestly, the game was just basically just dominant. It was a good game, to be honest with you, but in the end, poor dude didn't go ahead and get and get his second ring. So as they end up losing 42-30, and well, that was basically a what the heck moment. But even though season 7 he didn't go back to back, he did get another ring, another ring, but this time was pretty much being a Pro Bowl champion. Got named to the won the Pro Bowl. Also went ahead and was named All Pro that season. Season 8, got named a Pro Bowler and an All Pro once again. And at this time, I think this was also this. And at this time, Paso, he already won Wide Receiver of the Year. And when you look at it, I'm gonna say it looks like that he. I'm not sure if he did or not. Yeah, he did in season 8. He won the Wide Receiver of the Year award. And well, now that you have Wide Receiver of the Year, and well, yeah. But now, this time, with Fab, let's go ahead and try again. This time you're on a different team. You're now with the Dolphins, and they have Beast QT as your quarterback. Now you have a good respectable squad. You know, pretty much some good shit like that. And believe it or not, even though his team struggles at first in season, starting off 2-5, and then you pretty much win out. You're going pretty much, I think, 8 straight. I think, like pretty much going ahead, having 5 consecutive wins to finish out the regular season, and then pretty much having adding 3 more wins in the playoffs. Now you're in the Super Bowl, and this time it's him, it's a squad taking on the freaking New York Giants, and once again it's a rematch with him and Dez. You know, this is also the season that we all knew about a lot of things. So either way, the man went ahead and just personally had finished out his domination, and well, yeah. So then again, when you had your Super Bowl rematch, guess what happens? Of course, you end up going ahead and you end up losing in Super Bowl 32-20. And well, yeah. And now that he's in season 10 right now, in 2 games already, he has basically a normal type amount of numbers. And well, the man basically has started off pretty good. 18 catches for 408 yards and 5 touchdowns. Like, literally, the man's it's like basically let Eddy cook has just begun. And a few things. So, well, yeah. So now, he's basically is still in the league. He's on the Seahawks with Kyrie once again, and what could be probably one of the latest super teams of the season, of pretty much of all time. I mean, you have now Kyrie, you have Hit, you have Eddy, you even have Maff. And what even makes this worse, and what even just kills you, like, the team has Chugga. They have a good team, but what ends up going ahead and just puts the dagger there is for your backup quarterback, you have Def ATL. If you have Def ATL as your backup, that is the moment that you know the Seahawks mean business. If honestly, if Kyrie does miss a game and Def basically has to play, that's the moment that you guys knew you sadly messed up. Like, you're kind of done. Either way, the man basically has dominated the league. He's basically is without a doubt a surefire Hall of Famer. Right now, I'm not sure about a few things. Like, I've did some research, right? I'm doing some math calculations right now. And I've done the whole thing, and I can personally guarantee you that Eddy is a pretty steady wide receiver. I mean, he has 329 catches, but honestly, he doesn't have. He isn't the all-time catches leader, as that goes to math. And then leading the league in touchdowns. Well, then again, he's also in a season this time that you have. Well, the Eastbrook's still hanging around, so and last time I checked, and from a recent stat check, Eastbrook was the all-time leader in receiving touchdowns. And believe it or not, and pretty much probably still is. Even if I go ahead and do some math thinking. So basically, it's like needless to say, Eddy's most likely, I'm saying most likely, and that's been a head-to-head component, as he's basically going ahead, is pretty much the AFL's all-time leading wide receiver in receiving yards. It's like, if basically, when we try to figure out who's the Jerry Rice of AFL, we don't know. Like, it could be Eastbrook, it could be Maff, it even could be Eddy. But we know one thing. What Eddy can do is go ahead and get the plays done and get it done the most. Either way, guys, thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all next time. And of course, that means saddle up, saddle out. Peace out.